You're now listening to Self Inventory. I'm your host, Brandon Chastang, aka B McFly. And yes, okay, B McFly stands for being motivated, comes from loving yourself. Listen, you gotta love yourself, man. If you love yourself, you become more motivated. I want to introduce a special guest. When I say this young woman is a special guest, she's a special guest. Shayna Robinson-Owens. Everybody give a warm welcome to Shayna Robinson.
Hi.
Now, I'm hearing that they call you the $1 Million Baby. Now, when I first heard of the $1 million, all I'm thinking about is little one, $1 Million Baby. Please say the baby. Why they call you the $1 Million Baby?
Because I have over $1 million in scholarships.
Whoa! Wait a minute, say that again?
Over $1 million in scholarships.
Not under, okay? Not a million. We talking about over $1 million worth of scholarships. I see you got a bunch of schools back here.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So how many schools, say, yo, listen, we want you to come to our school?
Right now, I think it's like 25.
25 is a beautiful option. And on the right of Shania, we have her aunt, Christine. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right. So, how did it all start? Like, let's start from high school. Wait, ninth grade, or how did your high school work? Is it 7th to 12th?
It's 7th to 12th.
It's 7th through 12th.
Yeah.
So, 7th grade, for those who don't know, your 7th grade test scores and the grades are what the high schools look at, right?
Yeah.
What was your grade point average, if you can remember, from 7th up until 12th?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't start looking at my GPA until last year, so I was.
Wow, typical kids just doing what they gotta do, but all you know is that you were doing the right thing.
Yeah.
A lot of studying. A lot of okay. All right. All right. So, did you take your SATs?
No.
Now, how does that work?
Well, they were actually optional this year, so taking them was really an option. It did boost, like, for the scholarships, it did boost it, but yeah, it was optional this year due to COVID.
We live in a time where we live in Philadelphia, and Philadelphia is a rough city, a very, very rough city. And how do you block everything that's going on in your neighborhood, and you just focus and just like have tunnel vision? What goes through your brain to become $1 million baby? Like, what's going through your brain? Like, yo, listen, I'm gonna make this work and I'm gonna stay focused.
I want to get out of the city.
You want to get out of the city?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's very shy too, by the way. I just want y'all to know that. Like, she's very, and that's okay, because she wasn't shy about getting over $1 million worth of scholarship. So I'm cool with that. You want to get out the city, and like, what is it that you want to do? Do you know what it is that, what profession are you looking at?
Oh, yes, I want to be a therapist.
A therapist?
Yeah.
Wow. Something that a lot of us need.
Yeah.
A lot of us need therapy. A lot of us are afraid of therapy. What made you want to say, I want to become a therapist? Like,
well, therapists helped me out a lot, and then, like, due to COVID, mental health within teens is very bad right now. So, like, I hear a lot of my friends talk about how they want therapy and how they're just not motivated. So I was like, I want to help. I want to be able to help.
It's amazing how you took this pandemic and your whole goal is to make something out of it.
Yeah.
A lot of people take pain and they swim in it. Like, sometimes pain don't make people stronger. As a young teen, you studied hard, You got good grades, $1 million worth of scholarship, over $1 million worth of scholarships, and the one profession that a lot of us need in our community is therapy. I want y'all to understand that's amazing. I want y'all to know that therapy is not only needed because of the pandemic and a lot of our teens because of the pandemic. Therapy is needed in our community based on the things that we've been through.
Yeah. Yeah.
So many people, we are in an area where a lot of kids are being shot.
Yeah.
15 last week, about 3 kids, 15 years old. What do you think about that?
It's scary. Like, I hear gunshots all the time around here, and it's times where, like, I had to delete the Citizens app because it's just too much. It's too many notifications. And it was times where, like, they were at King Sesson, and I know my brother be down there, and if I call him and he don't answer me, then I get scared. So it's like...
Wow.
And then
Yeah.
Champ was a part of my baby cousin. I didn't mean to say his name, but he was a part of the kids that got shot last week at Myers. He was grazed.
Wow. So how many people? He was grazed, but
was
someone died though.
Yeah. The other one of the young men died.
And Myers is not far from here at all.
Not at all. Nope.
I look at kids like you, and I say, how some people say, well, it's rough.
Yeah.
Mm.
The structure of your aunt, she's a great help to you.
Yeah.
What's the as a parent and a guardian, what's some of the things that you do to keep your niece and your daughter on the right path?
I grew up with my mother, my father, my grandmother.
Okay.
One thing that I've never had to worry about was what was going on outside of me.
Mm-hmm.
They always just told me, you take care of school, we'll take care of the rest. And that wasn't even, predominantly pushed in my face, but it was the environment that I knew that I had. So that's the same environment that I provide for Shania and for my daughter, Carmela. Y'all only have one job. Go to school, I'll take care of the rest. You don't have to worry about bills or cooking or going to work or, they got chores, of course, but, it's really my responsibility to take care of them, to make sure that their education is paramount. So the less they have to worry about, the more they can focus on school.
I definitely agree to that. I feel like, as a parent myself, we put a lot of responsibilities. Our culture put a lot of responsibilities on children.
Right.
I need you to watch the baby. I need you to wash the baby. I need you to feed the baby. I need you to cook for the baby.
Right.
That can go both ways psychologically. It can make a child want a child.
Absolutely.
Or it can make a child say, I hate everybody and I want to just get away.
Absolutely.
So I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Still teaching them responsibilities.
Absolutely.
Learning about life skills, because it's life after the subculture inside the house.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
When you leave the house, are there any peer pressures out there?
Oh, of course.
Like,
A lot.
I'm talking about more so close to you, like friends and people that you go to school with and stuff like that.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, they cool peeps.
They cool peeps.
They cool peeps.
They cool peeps. They cool peeps, man. Now, what are your teachers saying?
They're like asking me every day. Like, I just got accepted to one of the schools, and like they're asking me, do I know which one I'm going to? Like, keeping up with me. So
I know this is just the biggest decision ever.
it is. Like,
is it a lot of anxiety?
Yeah.
Is it a lot of what I'm gonna do? Is it people say, no, go to this school, go to this
yes,
school?
absolutely.
Definitely.
Like Lincoln, right?
Yeah, like you right now.
Like Penn State, right?
Because Auntie went to Penn State.
Exactly.
Shout out to Penn State.
Shout out to Penn State,
Woo,
man.
woo.
That's
main campus.
Okay, you had to throw main campus.
Main campus.
Main campus.
It ain't right if it ain't main campus.
Yeah, I can respect that. I can respect that though. Don't tell me you went somewhere downtown.
Right.
No, you had to go to the main campus,
We
right?
want to see you upstate college.
Nah, I can respect that. Yeah, I know that's a big deal for you.
Yeah.
Did you get close to a pick yet?
Sort of.
Sort of little.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, so out of all of these colleges, that's about 25 of them.
Yeah.
Did you narrow? How many is like, yo, I'm looking at 1, 2, and 3. I'm looking at 5 out of 25. Yeah.
I'm not gonna give it away, but like Meridian, Xavier, and Chestnut Hill.
Shout out to Chestnut Hill. That's not too far from here.
Yeah. Then we went and toured a couple weeks ago. We really liked it.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all this. When this interview drop, y'all, and if it's not too late, I doubt if it's too late. Y'all better step y'all game up.
Absolutely.
Y'all better step them game. Yo, listen, we got another check for you.
Absolutely.
You know?
Money talks.
Money talks. You are already the negotiator of what's going on in your life.
Definitely.
You know, because after this, it's like you already prepared for the jobs now. You know, oh no, what? You talking about? Nah, listen, I had 25 scholarships.
Yeah.
I am going after the big bucks here.
Yeah.
After you graduate from college, don't try to hit me with that. I need that.
Exactly.
Nah, man. Did she ever attend a public school?
Yeah.
I only attended public school.
That's a public school that you went to?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, I want everybody to understand that public schools, you know, in Philadelphia, I used to teach at a public school. And no.
We know the challenges.
Yeah, with the challenge. Well, the one challenge is it's about 420 teachers absent a day in the public school system.
Yeah.
They never come to school ever.
0 nurses on here.
Zero. I'm talking about kids are being pushed to the next grade level based off of attendance.
Yeah.
The state of Pennsylvania is providing the state prison $43,000 to $49,000 a year per prisoner, and will only provide the public school system $6,000 to $9,000 per public school student.
Yeah.
So you are totally beating the odds of what's going on here.
By like 8, 9 times.
Yeah,
10
like
times almost.
They build prisons based off of 3rd grade test scores.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at Pennsylvania, I think Pennsylvania has about the 5th most prisons.
Wow.
Or 3rd most prisons in America. You have, how old are you?
I'm 17.
Yes, so yeah, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Over $1 million worth of scholarships, graduating with honors, options, right? No children. You have totally beat the odds.
Absolutely.
Like, I need for our viewers and our listeners to understand that this is not, it's normal, but it's not normal. Because we have so many things going on in the city of Philadelphia and the inner black city communities.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And our fathers are not here to protect.
No.
So I definitely just commend you for your strength and your courage, though. And I know you've been getting so many interviews.
Yeah.
How are the interviews?
I don't get better with them.
I remember when we did our Piece of Prosperity tour in February, and I just had to sneak a little. I'm gonna get her to talk. I'm gonna get her to say something.
And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, got you. You said you don't get better with them. I want you to learn how to embrace them, though, because even as a therapist, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to see yourself as the top therapist. So as the top therapist, you're going to have to speak.
No.
And you might be so good to the point where they might want you to do seminars. You might host symposiums. Like, you know, You first of all, we know you the best. You proved it. You over 1 million. So we know that's not going to decrease. We know that's not going to dwindle down. You only can go up from here.
Your own practice? Do you ever?
I want my own practice.
You want your own practice?
Yeah.
Now you said you want to move out of the city of Philadelphia, but the city of Philadelphia is 9 times out of 10 going to need you. Do you want to come back, or you out?
I'll come back.
So as of right now, we not building nothing right here in Philadelphia.
No, not right now.
No, all right. Listen, I understand. The one thing that I can say about her, she's an active listener. Yeah. You don't want to talk to her, and that's what therapists. That's what they are. Mm-hmm. Active listeners, taking down notes. Okay, blah, 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 and then they tell you what needs to be done. So you're definitely great at that. Are you the top person in your school? The top student in your school?
I don't think so. I don't know.
So it's some more.
Yeah.
So what is your school ranked? It's a public school. What is it ranked? Do you know? In Philadelphia?
It might be the third school. I'm not sure.
The third best public school?
Yeah, it's either 2 or 3. Because
I think
it's a special school.
Yeah. Oh, so you had to get tested.
Uh-huh.
So you had to get tested when you was in 7th.
Yeah, well, in 7th, it was a little different because I was actually going to Comegys.
Okay.
And then my mom was talking to like the counselors, and then they was recommending her schools because I actually wasn't like I was doing my work at Comegys, but it was more so that I was being the teacher at Comegys.
Oh wow, yeah.
So then she like applied me to high schools that I didn't even like know of. So like came 7th grade, like I went to Comegys and it was like that I don't go there. And I was like,
and Comegys is that like a rough school?
Yeah.
Yeah. Comegys has decreased over the. I went to Comegys as a young child.
Where's that located?
51st and King Sesson.
Oh yeah. Oh, right there.
Yeah, that's Comegys.
Oh.
Where we was at that day. That's Comegys.
Yeah.
Comegys definitely have decreased in academics over the years. Because when I was there, when I was small, it was a pretty good school. We talking over what, 20 years ago? That's my age. We talking over 20 years ago. So, but when she went there, it wasn't, it was mediocre.
Right.
Now, it's not good.
Well, and what was your challenges going there?
My teacher wasn't there for like 4 months.
So did you learn something, like as far as you can remember? Because I know as a teacher, right, a lot of people give up on students. Mm-hmm. And it's like one of those things, if you're not used to us teaching us, then you're not going to understand us.
Yes. Yeah. I agree.
I knew how to, young boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
As a teacher, some teachers that don't come from the inner city, they go by the book.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Can you please sit down, please? Yeah. Young boy, come here real quick. Let me talk to you.
Gotta talk their language.
I'm from where you from.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sit down before I have to do something to you.
Yeah.
And guess what? Nah, man, he loved me. I'm about to sit down.
Yeah.
Where if I say that at the Philadelphia School District, no, you talk like that to them?
Right.
No, you can possibly get fired. No, I am saving them.
Yeah, and their parents love it.
They do.
So right. So was it a lot of men at the school? Black men?
Not really. Not that I can remember.
And that's another thing that we're missing.
Mm-hmm.
Because when there's more black men in the inner city schools, our students excel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody that looks like them.
Wow, man. So it was a lot of fights.
Yeah, the year I was there, like after my teacher like stopped coming for like, I think she got sick or something. I don't know. But she stopped coming for like 3 months. Like between that time, I don't know if we got a new principal or something. Something happened, and then they like repainted like this little hallway in the and like the students, and they just put all this stuff in the hallway, like wrote all over the walls. And like it was stuff about the principal, and she walked through the hallway and she just started bawling her eyes out.
That's horrible.
They was putting all this stuff about her mom, all this stuff. And
That's
I was
not
like,
nice.
Oh my gosh.
And for you to go through, so not only I want the students that's watching, I want young children that are or young adults that are watching, and even the adults. Like you've been through a lot, and it's certain things that we don't have to talk about because you already stated that you had to get therapy. You're a blessing. You are a true blessing to us because the first thing that we are taught is use our hands as men and become a nurse as a woman. That's it. So I really hope that when you do come back to Philadelphia, you can save the people that were just like you. Because we're going to need you.
Definitely.
Like your generation is one of the greatest generations ever. And I'm about to tell you why.
Okay.
Because we had to interact with each other. You guys had to actually be on the computer and figuring it out while mom or auntie is at work or something like that. That takes a lot of discipline.
It does, because
Like, give me the opportunity to go to school by myself in the upstairs. What? Yo,
I'm living our
I'm
life.
playing a video game. Yeah, I'm over there. I'll be there. Yep. Nah. So like, and also for you to go through the living where you living at, and it's a rough area. Like we said, man, we lost a lot of teenage children. So we definitely need you because they understand you more than they understand me because you are their peers.
Yeah.
So I want to say this. What do you suggest with the Philadelphia school district? Because I'm big on education. Is it anything that you want to let them know to say, yo, listen, if you change this, maybe things will be better?
Well, like with my school, I feel like it's a great school because like we can make our classes. Like
Meaning?
if we find a teacher and enough students that are interested in the class, we can make the class.
So give them an example of one class that y'all made.
Forensics. We only had it for 1 year because the teacher, I think, left or something like they just traveled here for like a year or something. So they were here. We made forensics. And they enjoyed it.
And was it hands-on a little, or was it like, just like studying, or was it just like a little bit of all?
A little bit of both.
So what you're saying see, because again, your school is one of the top public schools in Philadelphia. So what you're saying is if they can put that in all the schools, let the children make up a class that they're interested in.
And
make up
That's
clubs.
a great idea.
Yeah.
And of course it has to make sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But just allowing these kids to, because technology,
be hands-on with their
Have a
education,
voice.
because most of these classes we're taking we don't actually need and won't use after we leave.
I think we got to stop thinking about the back in the day and just advance with technology, with the generation, and still teach them.
Absolutely.
So I hope for the viewers and the listeners, I hope y'all take that advice.
Yeah.
Now, this is called self-inventory, and I'm gonna ask you this too.
Okay.
Self-inventory is for me. Before I came home from rehab, being 3 years clean, I had to do a self-inventory on myself. I had to reconstruct myself. I had to do things and fix things that I didn't even like about myself. And I'm like, wow.
Right.
What will be your self-inventory?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, listen. Think about it because, we all can be better. And get better. And that's not pressure on you as a 17-year-old young woman. It's just to say, when I get to this point, I have to do better. What about speaking to the cameras?
Yeah, because they like...
That's your self-inventory. That's your self-inventory. You see how we learn from each other? That's your self-inventory because you're going to have a million of these.
Yeah.
It's just gonna build up over and over again. So yes, getting prepared to speak in front of the camera, in front of everybody. Are you a good friend?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
All right. Are you a good sister?
Yeah.
/ cousin? Yes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And a good daughter / niece?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, cool. Mom, Christine,
Yes.
what is your self-inventory?
I think my self inventory can include trying to move with the times with the kids.
Okay.
Like my family were very traditional,
Okay.
very old school.
Mhm.
Look at her face. I think that not to say that I haven't moved with the times, but just being a little bit more lax with them. But it's hard in this time, just letting go, letting their hair down, letting them go outside without worry, letting them listen to certain type of music or stay up past a certain hour. These kids, they still have a bedtime,
Right.
Still trying to keep them on the schedule. I send them to bed. I don't know if they go.
Right, of course.
I know they be up.
Right there under the covers. Like,
Right.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. But I know that they're in their rooms. I know that they're safe. They have their phones, their tablets, their TVs, whatever. They're good kids,
Right.
So I think that I can try to lessen up, be a little bit more lenient. I'm not strict.
Okay.
But just moving a little bit more with the times with them as far as getting into their lingo and stuff. Because even sometimes certain things they'll say to me and I'll be like, don't talk to me like that. I'm not ready for it.
Yeah,
and not that it's disrespectful.
No. But it just comes out.
But it's street lingo.
Yeah, my son calls me bro. My 11
Bro is a neutral thing.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Right.
Like we'll be talking about basketball. He'd be like, bro.
Right.
Stop it, bro. And I had to catch it.
Right.
Because if I would have said bro.
To my parents.
Oh, what?
Exactly. You already know.
Who are you talking to?
Yes.
And I'm like, bro. Bah!
Right. So there's small things like that. Because
right.
my mom checked me once when I was younger, and not that it was a disrespectful term, whatever I said, but she was just, don't play yourself. Get yourself together.
And you know what? And I get it from those parents because my grandmother raised me.
Yeah.
So my grandmother raised me, so we got a lot in common in that department. And I am I'm the first child to graduate from college out of my great grandparents' tree.
Awesome.
Great grandparents, so they had 7 kids.
Yeah.
And then they 7 kids. I think 3 of them or 4 of them had children.
Yeah. And
my grandmother had me. I mean, my mother had me at a young age, 14.
Mm-hmm.
So I take pride in coming from an inner city community like you, and actually saying, "Wow, I'm the first graduate."
Yeah.
Out of my great grandparents'
awesome.
tree. That's amazing. So we definitely got to keep up with the times.
Yeah.
And don't take it personal because, like you said, when they're not bad. Children.
Yeah, and I know they don't mean any harm.
Right,
they're good kids.
No harm.
In this conversation,
it's a part of in this conversation, and it's just a part of it.
Right.
And I think that they know how to turn it on and turn it off.
They do.
And that's the good thing, man. So parents, we got to make sure we keep up with the times of these children because times have changed.
Yeah.
When you get to college. You're going to be around people. You're going to be around white people, black people, Spanish people, Asian people. Like how did that make you nervous?
People make me nervous.
People make you nervous.
People make me nervous.
She gonna be a therapist. People make her nervous, right?
No, it's like when it's so many people coming at me.
Crazy stories. One-on-one.
I can do one-on-one, but like it be so many people, and I'd be like.
Well, listen, you're going to some big colleges.
I know.
You got accepted to some big colleges.
I know.
Wow. Now, which college has the best program for you?
I did research. I have papers on it, but I don't remember which one.
No. I understand. Because I know that's another thing that you want to put in perspective as well. Mm-hmm. So how many people have interviewed you since you became the $1 Million Baby?
Oh, God.
A lot. I don't know. We have Christy.
Christy,
my girl.
We have Fox.
Fox.
NBC 10.
ABC.
NBC Channel 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Fast Web.
Oh yeah, Fast Web.
We had WHYY on
Okay.
Monday.
Okay.
I would say about 10.
Wow.
I would say about 10.
I caught you in the shade room.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. That's with the picture and was it this one?
It was this one.
Yeah.
With all of the colleges surrounding.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
I was like, oh my God. Because I didn't know. Like, I didn't know they was going to post it. I didn't know nothing. Like, my cousin sent it to me. Like, right after they posted, like, it was like 45 seconds after they posted. My cousin sent it to me. And I'm like, oh, it's me.
Yo, so you didn't get a little, okay, I'm on here. I'm it's me.
Right.
It's me.
I just like, oh. And then I started getting all these likes. And all these people started following me. And then all this stuff on my story. It was like 21,000 people watching my story.
Wow. Wow.
Nothing phases her.
You know what I like about her? You know what I like about you? I like your style and you keep the culture. A lot of people feel like, well, I have to look nerdy to be cool. I have to look nerdy to actually excel in school. And I tell people, you can be you.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with keeping your culture.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I used to teach, I used to come to work like this. I would probably wear this hoodie, a pair of jeans, and come to work looking just like this.
Yeah.
Just to let them know, like, yo, listen, it's okay. This is this is our culture. This is how we dress. This is how we talk.
Yeah.
You can still be educated.
Right.
So I like that, and not to say that if you were looking different, I would, feel some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely just like the fact that, you chill. You don't let everything, get you all up hype and all, oh my God, look at me. But at the end of the day, you're real humble. Like, you're real humble. But I tell people, man, you wasn't humble when you was studying. You wasn't humble when you was doing that work. You was going hard, man.
She was hungry at
He
that
was
point.
hungry. He was hungry,
at
man.
that
He's
point.
like, no, I'm going to get there. Nah, that's good, man. I know I asked you about your self-inventory. Is there anything else that you want to say to the public? What about the kids? What about your peers? What do you want to say to them?
Procrastination is your number one downfall. I'm telling you, y'all love to procrastinate. Y'all wait to the last minute to do everything. Like right now, grades are closing on Monday for us. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at people's story. They're like, oh, I got to do this. I'm like, it's Friday.
Right, you sitting back chilling.
It's Friday. Don't y'all want a free weekend? How did y'all not get all this done already?
Wow, you heard it from the $1 Million Baby, not me. Mm-hmm. This is from your peers. Do not procrastinate. All right? Yo, what are you procrastinating for? Get it done. And my son, I hope you listening. I hope you listening. Get it done so you can have a free weekend. What in the world? Yeah. Wow. Just go hard. So it's time for you to relax. You can relax. You can have your me time.
Yep.
One thing I was grateful about Shania, about her work ethic is, sometimes we see this a lot in our community and with our peers. We sometimes we all fall short of the
of course,
right? And we've seen it with our friends, right? So one thing that really, it kind of bothered me last year was that a lot of people, they didn't await, or we didn't know that the pandemic was going to happen. So we have those students that fall out in the beginning of the school year, like, oh, it's only September.
Right.
I don't really have to worry about my grades. Come January, I'll get on the ball. I'll do this. I'll do that. But then January came, February came, March came, we got shut down. So you don't have that time to build those grades back up that you didn't do so well with in September. I always stay on the girls about doing your work, doing it on time. You do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do.
Do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do.
You won't have a problem. When it comes to time for it to be turned in or lessons to be made or anything like that is already done.
Yo, nobody wants to be around a person who constantly make excuses on why they keep losing.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
so like Auntie said, you do what you gotta do so you can do what you want to do.
Absolutely. That's my motto. So I always stay on the girls about checking out. I got their class. What is it? The classroom.
It's just a
Google Classroom
Yeah.
on my phone.
Okay.
I can't wait to delete that.
Yeah, I got the Google Classroom.
To delete
all
it.
their assignments come to my phone. My daughter's assignments come to my phone, and I'll be like, "Well, did you see this? You have this due. You have that due. Make sure you do this. Make sure their grades come. Oh, I see you got an A on this. I see you got a 95 on that. Keep up the good work. You know." I'm glad that she wasn't that type of student that said, "Okay, well, I'm going to wait," because 11th grade, which she was in last year, it's a crucial year.
It is.
It's a very crucial year for those colleges because that's what they're looking at. So I'm glad that she stayed the course,
right,
and was able to focus that whole year. You know, amongst the pandemic coming a little bit later. You know, but I'm just glad that she was able to stay the course and have that good work ethic. And you know, I pride my kids in that, because you never want to wait till the last minute. Yes, we fall short. Things come up. We never know what can happen. But if you can help it, definitely stay the course and do your work on time, so that you can do what you want to do later on. Do what you have to do.
So you can do what you want to do. How important is family support?
Oh, it's very important.
Yeah, it's very much needed. Like, when you don't have family support, it's like, well, what am I doing this for? Like, that's how a lot of kids look at it. They feel like they just gonna, first of all, a lot of kids don't even want to finish high school because they don't have a support system at home. So they want to drop out like right now, and they could be in their 12th grade year and they only got a few more weeks. They can be like, they don't feel like it.
Yeah. So we come from a pretty big family. My mother is one of 14. And so, and my mother, she's the youngest girl. She's 13 of 14. So my family, we have a huge family, very huge family. So everybody, as far as Shania and her brother's concerned, Shamar, I mean, my whole family has helped with these kids at some point in time, you know? So the support is always there. She knows if she doesn't have me, she can call my mom, she can call whoever in this family, and they'll be like, okay, Shania, okay, we got you. Whatever it is that she needs. Family been coming over, family been calling, texting, you know, so the support system is good.
I always tell people, what's the difference between support and a support system? Support can come and go.
Yeah.
But the support system
is one that stays.
Is the one that stays. And I'm a true believer in that as well.
Yeah.
To help children get to the next level. Challenging the child to get to what is it that you really, really want to do?
Yeah.
Did I ask you, when did you want to become a therapist?
Well, this year.
This year?
Yeah.
Oh. Now, was it something else that you wanted to do prior to?
Yeah. A lawyer or a forensic investigator.
Wow. Well, you the $1 million baby. I mean, you could have did whatever you wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know?
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But let's talk heavy. $1 million baby. Nah, that's dope though. That's real dope, man. That's a lot of reading, a lot of studying. You know, that forensics is a lot of math.
Yeah.
You know, but either way, you can do what you want to do. When you first got your scholarship, was it like a domino effect, or was it like, once one scholarship came, anything new scholarships just start coming, or how was that?
Well, first of all, FAFSA, I don't know what was going on with it when I first started trying to do it. So when I first got my first acceptance, I don't think it had like a scholarship on it. I think it just said that I was accepted because FAFSA was not working.
FAFSA was on that on Turtle Time.
Yes.
It's so different from when we did it. It's so different.
It's right.
Oh my God.
A mess. Like, it was messing up. I think it put me I'm 15 or something. I'm not 15.
Was bugging.
Yeah, I'm not 15. So it wouldn't let me add any schools because one was saying I'm 17 and one thing was saying I'm 15, and it was just a lot. So I was like, okay. Well, once I figured it out and got it together, they just started coming in.
Start pouring in.
Yeah.
Mail? What? It was an email, or was it they sending it through mail?
Some of them are email and some of them are mail.
Man.
Just got an email this morning.
Just got a ding ding ding. Where we going now?
Yeah.
Where they talk? So when you do this announcement,
Yeah.
how is this announcement going to be presented? Like, is this going to be like, yo, everybody meet me at the big?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
I'm gonna tell you when we gonna have it. I'm gonna actually post it today, the reveal, because everybody wants to come. So you already know I want you there.
Yes.
A few other folks or whatever. So it's gonna be a big thing. News is coming out. It's gonna be a big thing.
Now you're gonna have to say something there too.
I know.
You have to. You're gonna have to say something, and you know what I would do?
I'll say something if you're there.
Alright,
Awesome.
I'm gonna be there.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna be right next to you. Can I be next to you?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what's
awesome.
up. Oh,
That's
man.
what's up.
Yes, that's what's up. I feel a little emotional now.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was
Shania.
nice, man. I feel really emotional right now, man. Shamar, that's my guy.
Speaking of my nerves.
I know he he went to the school where I was teaching. He was in my class. So, then I became the dean. It was like, you're better off just being the dean of the school.
Yeah.
And that's how that worked, man. And, he has a bright future as well, man. He was always very respectful.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I can really, really say. He's super respectful. Even when you have some kids, when they're wrong, they still want to act like they're right.
Yeah.
When he's wrong, it's like, all right, I got you, OJ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna go ahead, whatever.
You're like, all right.
And then, all right.
Yeah.
I just want to just say, like, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you. This takes courage. This takes, heart. It takes strength, patience. I mean, all the words I can possibly think of to be in this position. And mom / auntie, /auntie. I just want to say that thank you.
Oh, no, it's never a problem.
Because like for you to be so cool, calm, and collected, you probably got that other side that we don't need to see. But but at the end of the day, for you to step up.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Stepping up.
Yeah.
We're not doing no complaining. We're not doing we're going to figure this thing out as a family. And we're going to make the best out of this.
That's what these kids need.
That's what they need.
As long as they know that they have somebody under them, over them, on top of them, and for them, they're going to do good.
Right.
You're going to see results. Don't let up. I never let up on these kids. I never do. Even Shamar.
Right.
Never let up on them.
Wow.
And they're going to get through. My family, like I said, we strong. There's nobody in my family that's never been presented with being supported, with following their dreams, making sure that they're doing exactly what they need to do. So it's a blessing. It's a blessing,
Wow, man. Listen, congratulations.
Thank you.
And I'm super excited about this interview.
Yes.
And I just want to thank you both.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, no problem.
I'm so excited. You really do good at getting answers out of Shania. I mean,
I do.
You really do. Shania is really, like you said, she's really laid back. She's really just, she's just herself.
Right.
So if you ask, I always say, if somebody wants to lock somebody up and Shania has the story, it's going to be yes.
Yes.
No. Yes.
I don't know.
No. Right. That's what it's going to be. Like, she's a good candidate for it. But you really do good pulling those answers out of her and making her talk. Because there's been a few interviews. I'm like, Shania, you have to
say something.
Right. You got to elaborate a little bit more. And she's like, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's the thing, man. We here to help each other, man. Each one teach one. It takes a village to raise. And that's what it's all about, man. Thanks for listening to Self-Inventory. The $1 Million Baby, Christine, and yes, me, B. McFly, the top motivator in the world, and your sober messenger. Let's go!